how can we transport electricity in Mekanism? Okay, obviously there are many types of cables, right? But let's start with those that carry electricity. We have 4 types for each cable, got it? We have basic, advanced, universal, and ultimate universal. As you see, we go from 3,200 to 51,000, 409,000 up to 3,027,270. So how is electricity transported? Well, first we need an electricity generator. For example, let's use a wind generator, okay? It'll be easier this way. As you can see, it has a green output. This green output usually indicates an electricity point, right? We can connect that electricity point directly to an energy cube. An energy tank, let's grab one from over here, okay? This allows us to store energy. As you can see, it's slowly rising directly, right? But why do we want to use a cable? Well, let's say we want to generate even more, yeah? We have 4 and want to connect all 4 directly to the machine, or 5. We'd put these 5, add this cable, which seems enough as it's not saturated. See, how do you know? How can you tell it's saturated? Well, basically you can tell with the JMOD, right? As you can see, it would charge much faster than if there was just one, okay? If there's only one, it goes slower, right? I think that's pretty obvious. That's what cables are a bit useful for. Clearly, as we progress, we'll make machines that generate more power and need stronger cables, okay? Don't worry about the start. We've got these cables. They're crafted from steel ingots, which we can get from... Basically, it's made with a metallurgy infuser, got it? You add energy, then put in some coal, okay? There it is, coal. Put in an ingot, and it'll turn into powder. I'll add an upgrade to speed it up. Faster upgrade, boom, done. So now you've got steel dust, see? Process the ingot twice, and you're set. You've got steel dust. Now heat it, or run it through a crusher, and you'll get the ingot, see? Heat it up, and bam, you've got the ingot. Simple as that. How can we transport liquids in Mekanism? Well, just like we have cables for electricity, we also have pipes for liquids in Mekanism, right? These will help us transport liquids, and as you can see, there are 4 types, okay? Same as cables, basic, advanced, elite, and ultimate. How are they crafted? They're made with 2 steel ingots and an iron bucket, so it's quite pricey. You get 8, but that's fine. This is just the most basic level. To use it, I'll show you an example. We'd connect it to a machine with liquid output. Let's see if I can find one. Look, here's one, okay? We have an electric pump here that basically pumps water. Alright, we draw water from down here and basically take it from this elect pump, okay? We run it through this tube and connect it to another machine that needs water. This is more advanced, but I'll show you how it works briefly. It's only for liquids, alright? MV, got it? Just like that, MV, it says there, MVT. You'll see if you hover over it, any liquid you put in a tool, I enter this tool, and here, for example, it says MV, right? That's it. So it's that simple. How do we transport gases in Mekanism? For that, we have pressurized tubes, okay? We have basic, advanced, ultimate, elite. Got it? We have different levels that basically let us transport gases, okay? How can you tell if something's a gas in Mekanism? Well, if fluid pipes don't work, it's a gas. Often we can tell by the name, right? For example, oxygen is a gas. Let's look at how these cables work, like transporting oxygen. Take this machine, for instance. You don't need to understand it, just observe. This is basically water, a water resource. The electric pump moves water upwards. Okay, it goes to this electrolytic separator, which extracts hydrogen and oxygen from water. Hydrogen goes left, oxygen goes right. See, it says oxygen up here. We can take it to another machine. So that's how these cables work. How can we transport items in Mekanism? And yes, it's possible to transport items too. It's done with the logical transporter, okay? This allows us to move items at a speed of 1 block per second, got it? And a pump rate of 2 per second, alright? That means it'll move 2 items per second. As we progress, we can move half a stack, a full stack, and even 128 items. 2 full stacks, you see? So what's this used for? Well, for transporting items, of course. Let's say we have a machine that needs to function, like this one, okay? We need to put osmium ore in it, right? And osmium ore, got it? So what happens? If we put it in this machine, okay? We can only put 64, but if we put it directly in the chest, it'll keep refilling. It'll keep refilling automatically, see? This way we improve storage capacity. That's what these types of cables are for. Alright, how do we transport heat? Okay, a type of cable rarely used in mechanisms, but it certainly has its purpose. It's this kind of cable, alright? Called thermodynamic conductors. We can use these cables to transport heat. What happens? Many machines simply convert heat to electricity and that's it, okay? But if we advance and make a thermal evaporation block, right? This heats water and extracts brine from it, not sodium. Sorry, my mistake. So how does it work? Well, you have this resistive heater, okay? It's a machine that converts electricity. See how it's connected to this mill, right? Basically, this is the machine, okay? This is the machine, okay? You connect electricity and it generates heat. Got it? As you see, I set it to 300, but I'm not sure if I could set it to 1000, honestly. No, right? But anyway, it'll be using energy there, okay? And what happens? It uses that energy to heat up. We can transport this heat through this cable, see? Then we can use this giant machine, for example, okay? It's very advanced, but know that this option exists too.